So when they gave me the opportunity to punch my ticket for captain, to go to the air base, it's an air base north of San Diego, but it's where they raise all the cattle and stuff. And my wife would have had to transfer up there and lose her job. I would have been there for 3 years. The kids would have all been out of high school and everything else, and they didn't want to leave. And I said, no, I don't want to go there. I've got to stay in San Diego. And my detailer said, you just killed yourself for captain. I said, I'm 18 pay grades higher than I ever thought I'd get. I don't care about that. I want to stay in San Diego, but I'm not ready to retire. I'll take my shot at captain and get passed over. He gave me North Island as a commander in the maintenance job there, department head at the North Island. And I have a whole series of problems I ran into there because of the environment. They wanted me to build an environmental hangar sealed so I could paint, because paint gives off toxic fumes. Mm-hmm. They wanted me to build, and I did have to, a environmental trap for all of the residue coming off the flight lines and stuff. The dripping fuel, the dripping hydraulic fluid, the dripping crud and stuff that comes when we wash airplanes.
Right.
That had to be trapped and treated as hazardous material.
Boy.
And they screamed about the noise from the jets, because in an airplane, the noise is acceptable. In an engine stand, the noise is not acceptable, and it contaminates the environment. So I had to build a loud house, and the loud house had to capture all of the fumes coming up through the chimney, and they spied to see what is in it, and I had to put filter in it to filter all of that out. Anytime we took an engine out of an airplane to run it, and we had to run it through the hush house before we could run it in an airplane. But all those things were the things that bit me in the ass at North Island, and all needed funding to do. And the funding had to come out of the CO. So it was a battle with the CO, give me my portion. He wanted ammo lockers and stuff, because had you ever heard of what was it, Red Force? Okay, the guy that created the SEAL team, and SEAL Team 6, he was the first operator. After the SEAL team got going and everything, and he retired, DOD pressured the military to use him as an investigator to go to various military bases and sneak into their weapons and try to steal something and everything else. Red Cell was the name of it. I don't know if you can get it on Google or not, but Red Cell came to North Island when I was there, and the CO got hammered, because the first thing they did was they captured the guards at the gate, and the police, the station police, they went in and they captured them. They locked all of them up in the jail right there on the base. Then they went to the weapons area and they tagged all the weapons they would have stolen, and they have nuclear weapons there. And then they went to my area, went to capture the test equipment and stuff that we use to test the aircrafts with, the specialized equipments in the airplanes. and they copied all of the data on that. And once they did all of this, then they had complete control of the base, and they could have stolen all of the weapons and everything else.
So this is kind of like an OP4
Yeah,
operation.
well, it was Red Cell that did this.
Okay.
And the CO got hammered. Everybody in the base got hammered because they weren't really prepared for anything like this.
And they're supposed to be.
Yeah, and it was all kept in DOD, and they sent Red Cell to the other different bases to do that kind of stuff.
So basically, Red Cell is to check security.
It's bypasses all of the bullshit that has politically set up and saying that you need and everything else.
Yeah.
It was able to go into our intelligence and tell them, you don't know shit from what you're doing out here. And so those kind of things were never publicized.
Yeah.
But we had a Red Cell come and talk to us in our meeting. So it's...
Wow.
Yeah.
That's some incredible stuff.
Yeah.